Hi, everybody. Welcome to the fourth episode of 21st Century Morocco podcast that I host jointly with Gary Sullivan. Hi, Gary. How is it going?
Hi, Ezzoubeir. How are you doing?
Good, good. Our guest today is Enrique Piana. I'm going to tell you about Enrique in a bit. Hi, Enrique. How are you?
How are you? Nice to hear you both, of course. Very
Nice,
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank
nice
you.
to hear you.
Thank you for being with us today. You were a famous international gold smuggler in the 1990s. You were dubbed the boss of the mafia of gold by the media as you smuggled around $1 billion worth of gold into many countries around the world. You also helped American companies in tax evasion, which made the CIA and the secret services of your native country, Argentina, spy on you and subsequently arrest you in a case that made the headline for a long time in your country and was even published as a story in the New York Times. You spent a little over 8 years in jail, and because of this, your companies went bankrupt and all of your money, assets, properties, and art collection vanished into thin air. And then instead of going nuts, you set off on a spiritual journey and you began going about from one country to the other, producing music, writing books, and making short movies, and searching for values like love, happiness, and art. The first question that I have for you, Enrique, is how rich were you in numbers? Could you give us an idea?
Yes, my bankruptcy was around 14 million dollars in the moment. Um, in the time of my in Spanish we use barro. Barro is a dark moment of my life.
Mhm.
I have moments that I gain or get money monthly amount of $400,000 per month from the stealing money of robberies or whatever you want to tell. Was the bad dark moment of my life. No, I am speaking about 1997 and before 1997.
Can I ask you how do you come to terms with being so rich? What goes through your mind when you realize you have that much money?
Yes, the with the time I understood my behavior. You know, was several years was the time for to understand what happened with me in this moment. No, for me the definition is I was addicted to the money, like the man who is or the woman who is addicted to the morphine or cocaine or whatever. No, I lost my mind and I was a bad man. Very clear for me. Very simple to understand. You know, I create damages for countries and institutions, companies, persons, etc., etc., etc. No, and at the end of the story, I understood that really the damage was in connection with the poor children, and for me was terrible. No, it was
Oh,
terrible because I feel really guilty to create big damages. No, yes, it's a circle of the pleasure or the circle of the wishes. In one moment of my life, I bought a house in Argentina, big mansions, four person for cleaning the house, four-person with rooms inside the house for cleaning the house. I don't know in square meters, but I am speaking about 2,000 yes, around 2,000 meters. And now, if you take a look in the place that I am living, in this moment I am a traveler, but in this moment I stay in Mexico. I am paying $170 per month for a beautiful small room with two beds and I share a bathroom and kitchen. No, and I am so happy because it's my dimensions. today is in connection with my art, is in connection with my heart. I saw my crazy life in such big house or mansion or whatever, no? And for what? Don't need money. I don't need money to do stupid things, no. I need money for food and accommodation. This is very clear for me. In the morning when I awake, I say, oh, wow, I have my bed, I have my breakfast, and I have a beautiful day for create things, poems, films, whatever.
Thank you. I'm struggling with something. You know, when we first met here, and you told me your story, one of the things that I found really difficult to understand is your ability to put your mistakes aside and move on, because I find that fascinating. I think that that's the most important part of the story, as far as I'm concerned. How did you come to terms with the fact that you've lost everything?
Yes, with the time, I understood that my target was to destroy everything. Was my salvation, maybe is the word. Um in my deep feelings, hide feelings, no, in the beginning for myself, I decide to destroy my life and start again. And I have something that maybe for you or for other persons say, what? This is, for me, was very positive to lost everything. The money disappeared, the buildings. I have buildings in the whole world. I have companies in Switzerland, in Uruguay, in Puerto Rico. It's a long list. But when I lost everything, when I lost my freedom, not my internal freedom, the outside freedom, was the right moment that I say, yes, or I finish my life, or I live behind the bed, or I reborn. I rebuilding my life. No, in some way, I got my death, and from my death, I start again.
So Enrique, it's very obvious that
Yes.
you have a very happy life right now, and it
Yeah.
sounds wonderful. But is there any part of your previous life that you wish you still had in some way? If not the money, not the fame, but I don't know. I mean, maybe the money. I don't know. But is there something from your previous life that you wish you still had?
I play like a kid, maybe, and to feel the power to, because in one moment I have in the Credit Suisse bank in Switzerland, I have $1.7 million cash in my bank personal account. No, in the company, in my personal account. I expend money moving people and blah blah, and with the meetings and okay, I feel some power. Sometimes I say I have a good mother, very nice, very beautiful, and I say for my godmother a car, ping. For my godmother a house, ping. But the money was from the darkness. I was a thief with that money.
Mm.
Of course, I have a company who I received from my family, a prestigious company, and I use this asset to create fantasies and to go forward in international business. I use this, and yes, as with the time, I understood that I want to show gold. I want to show the brilliant, no, the brilliant of the gold. Because in some way I felt that I was nothing, but with the money and with the gold, I was shining. No, but this is a big mistake. No, we don't need nothing. We don't need nothing. We need to feel the peace. We need to feel happiness. The best thing that I did in my world I created 27 minutes film, and I feel super full of love and peace. Super full. Was my first film, and my huge experience about creation. No, the chance to create. No.
When we first met here, you told me that you had a special connection with Morocco. I want to ask you about that. What is your connection with Morocco? Why do you come here? You told me you have to come every year for a couple months or so. Why do you like Morocco?
Yeah. Yes, the story was amazing. No, sometimes in Chefchaouen, I stayed in 10 years, maybe 10 times. I never saw a situation with violence or with risk for myself or something. No, it's amazing. But it's more than this. No, for example, I have moments that I don't have food. Because I live from the donations, sponsors, etc. And for a moment, maybe zero. No? When I arrive to Chefchaouen, I feel that this is not a problem because I have Nora. Nora is the owner of one restaurant who says, Enrique, come here, eat. And when you get the money, come and pay me. Wow, Nora, it's amazing. Today, I owe you 20 haridas, 20 soups. This is okay? Ah, yes, you pay me when you have the money. This is one. The other case is Assis. Assis is in the front of the Medina, no? The most important door in the Medina. And Assis, he's selling sandwiches. And he says, pay me when you want. I trust in you. And this is my planet. This is my planet. I am so happy. I can do whatever I want. This is my internal freedom, no?
So, and Enrique, sorry, go on. You want to say something?
No, it's okay.
So,
maybe I am speaking a lot.
I think you're a great
it's your
guy.
time. It's your time.
Okay, thank you. So, you've got a great life, you've got a great philosophy, and clearly Morocco is part of that. So Morocco, I'm sure you've noticed over the 10 years, Morocco is changing. It's becoming a more modern, developed country. What do you think Morocco could learn from you and your experience of being rich and greedy and addictive to money and now not so? What is your message to Morocco?
In the Muslim life, I saw a lot of positive things, very, very good. And I respect. The evolution is before the pandemic. I saw that all the people work a lot. A lot of people is poor, like my country, and Argentina is a super rich country. Morocco is not a super rich country. In Morocco, I saw the people in Chefchaouen, the people is working in the morning and 10 o'clock at the night, they are selling the things. No, it's amazing. It's amazing. With the pandemic, all stopped. No, I have the dream and the project to make a film in Chefchaouen. In fact, I create the project and I did some steps because it's in France, in Paris. I make a contact with a school for children, and I thought, okay, I will go to Chefchaouen with 17 children, and from Chefchaouen 17 Moroccan children, and join, put all in blue, and see how play together and film the children. This is the blue influence, do you know? And I say thank you, Chefchaouen, thank you, Morocco. No,
Right.
We're done. I mean, we asked all the questions, so just to kind of fill you in with that, we're all up to speed. So it's over to you if you want to add anything else and round up the podcast.
Well, I just want to say it's been a very,
No,
very nice
thank you very much. For me,
podcast.
was a nice
Thanks a lot.
conversation.
Thanks a lot, Enrique, for being here and for the wisdom you shared with us today.
No,
It was a pleasure.
no problem. Thank you very much to you. And the conversation was like a friends, no?
Yep.
And it's fun for me. It's very nice. I am ready for the second or whatever you want.
Thank
Okay,
you.
Enrique.
All right.
Mis abrazos.
gracias.
Un gran abrazo.
All right.